All right, everybody, welcome back. This is Tech Talk with Dan Harley, Tech Talk episode number 110. Do fake reviews work? Recorded November 17th, 2017. Folks, sorry I missed last week. I was sick. I'm still kind of sick right now. So, well, the one thing you need to do with you podcast shows is have a voice, and I lost my voice. So I'm barely recovered enough to do this episode, so I'm just kind of stringing along here. I'm on a NyQuil high right now, so bear with me a little bit. But I can't leave you hanging on for long, so I need to kind of commit myself to get into this thing and get you some important information out there. While being sick, I experienced a surprise attack with one of my clients involving his online reputation and namely his reviews. And so we're going to cover that today. And I know a lot of you folks out there are concerned about online reviews, your online reputation, and stuff like that. So I'm going to extend into that in the next few episodes here and cover that more in depth. So a little quick recap. TikTok episode number 109 a couple weeks ago. How to double or even triple your website inquiries. Putting it simply here, I can put one line of code in a website and it can make a real difference in your inquiries here. So learn more about that in episode 109, which is the previous episode. Before we get going to today's topic, let's go to some announcements, and we'll get into the details a little bit later here. First of all, in case you don't know who I am, I'm Dan Harley. I'm with I'm an internet solution consultant. My company Prime Constant started about 20 years ago. I've been doing internet solution consulting, SEO, web design, all kinds of stuff. Basically, I help small businesses succeed online. So I deal with internet stuff so my clients don't have to. Web design, SEO, social networking, connectivity, cloud solutions, all kinds of techie stuff. My objective is to help my clients succeed by leveraging what the internet can do for them. So this company, TikTok with Dan, this podcast show, as well as the YouTube channel here, is an extension of ability to help more business owners and professionals out there. And I really love doing this. I do this because I love helping people, and I want to get as much information as I can out to the folks out there. So do me a big favor. If you like what's going on here, you can find links to the podcast show or the YouTube channel or the Facebook channel at primeconstant.net. And while you're at primeconstant.net, look for the free tutorials on business and internet-related topics. And my favorite one, free and almost free ways to advertise your business online. Subscribe to the YouTube channel, podcast shows, like the Facebook page. More important, please pass the word. Share this episode and share the other episode with your family and friends and your business associates out there. Tell others about the podcast show and the YouTube channel. Greatly appreciate it. Quick legal disclaimer here. Products mentioned in this and other episode of Tech Talk with Dan Harley could be paid as affiliate commissions, promotional commissions, or the liking by the product or service provider. In other words, I might try to sell you something during this podcast show. So while I'm at it, you've been warned. And while I'm at it, let me try to sell you something here. Let me give you the proper link here. Bear with me. All right, on the channel here, let me make sure it's away from my chin. Okay, we have Carbonite has been a sponsor of our show for quite a while here, so greatly appreciative what they're doing for us. If you don't back up your computer important data, you lose risking in a split second, and that, trust me, that happened to me quite a few times. And stuff like your accounting files, the personal documents, family pictures, and other important files can be lost in an instant. So that's why you need something like Carbonite. Carbonite is a cloud backup service renowned for being very easy to use and install. You don't need to be a techie to use it. Carbonite is really good with that. In fact, I got one of my clients with no technical skills at all, plugged in. All I did is give her a link. She plugged in, got her started going in no time. No worries, no hassles. Very affordable, less than 20 cents a day to back up and protect your computer. Also, very high quality encryption. Those of you who are in the medical field or legal field and we're concerned about HIPAA compliance and all that stuff, Carbonite has an application for you. So you'll find, now we partner with Carbonite for this show here and allows us to make this offer. You can try Carbonite out for free at primeconstant.net/link/Carbonite. That's free 15-day trial there. And you can find out for yourself how easy it is to use and how affordable it is. It's a very cheap insurance for your computer and your livelihood online here. So you can try it out at primeconstant.net/link/Carbonite, or go to primeconstant.net. You'll see the links all over the website for that. So Also, if you're having problems with your computer, you're with the business, you're spending too much on a website or internet advertising, or not getting anywhere. If you know you need to go online with the business, don't understand how, give us a call and we schedule a free consultation. And many business owners and business managers and professionals have done that. And I'm proud to say I've steered lots and lots of people, countless people, more people than count, in the right direction into their becoming successful. So you can schedule an appointment at 760-247-4814 or go to primecons.net and find the contact information there. Okay, to the topic of the day here. Let me get rid of the carbon stuff just for a little bit. Okay, so we're going to talk about episode 110, Do Fake Reviews Work? Let me get a little story here. This is going to get a little bit involved because it really affected me personally here. One of my oldest clients, they've been with me for a very, very long time, probably about, one of the first clients that rolled over from the 2000 era, okay? The Y2K, this is how long I've been with them. We've been very successful doing SEO and internet marketing for a long time, of 4 different businesses they run, and had a very good, solid relationship for a very, very long time. And we enjoyed I brought them some success and have a really good relationship here. And all of a sudden, we have a competitor in one of the businesses. And by the way, I'm going to keep this kind of as anonymous as possible because there's some legal issues going on. So my apologies for that. We're going to have to keep it kind of generalized here. But anyway, the competitor had been copying my SEO strategies. And they've been essentially doing black hat strategies here. They're cheating. And they're actually copying virtually everything I did. Every time I make a left or right turn, they were there. It was so convincing that my client thought I was working for them and caused a big problem between myself and my longtime client for a long time. So anyway, this went to nasty lawsuit. I was brought in a witness, and my client won. And a lot of it because the other folks were cheating. And so I thought that would be the end of it. But unfortunately, the competitor started doing something else, even more malicious, and violating lawsuit settlement and going back into the lawsuit again. So it's just crazy stuff. So anyway, something I noticed through all this here is at the time this stuff started rolling out, the online reviews are starting to become more prevalent. And I noticed fairly recently here that a lot of the reviews for the competitors were suddenly disappearing. And let me tell you something here. I won't get into detail, but they had a pretty bad reputation. But what they were generally doing, they're putting extremely discounted price online or whatever, saying, hey, go in for, let's say, hypothetically, $5. Come on over here and do this thing for $5. And where my competitor was, at $20 or $30. And then the customer would be kind of brought into the competitor's place here, and all of a sudden find out that it's actually a bunch of these little surcharges, fees, which was equal or more than what it would charge normally. So naturally, that would piss off a lot of folks, and in turn, they get a lot of really bad reviews. So I knew this was happening. I didn't think much of it at the time. I figured they're there, you were here, and I got other things to do. But it turned out to be an issue recently in the recent lawsuit because they were frankly breaching their contract, breaching their legal agreement again. So now I knew this was happening, but I couldn't prove it because, like I said, I didn't think about, let's say, archiving the competitors' reviews. It wasn't really my thing. So anyway, I went ahead and inquired on an online review expert. Looked around here. This gentleman here has been interviewed across the country about fake online reviews. So I contacted him, and he went through the competitor's stuff and says, "Hey, you know what? I didn't see anything out of the ordinary there. It's okay, fine." And then he turns around and goes through my client's stuff, and then says, "Oh, we found a fake review here." And not only that, he went in and threatened to do some pretty nasty stuff, almost to the point I would suggested that he was going to extort us, which is pretty shocking. Now, fortunately, my client is anal about documentation. because of all the lawsuits he got to go through and all that. So he archives all communications, all his clients, all his customers, and has people on top of that all the time. So we ever proved that, frankly, the expert on this stuff was wrong. So, well, anyway, this is by far the worst case scenario I've ever encountered with online reviews. So I thought I might share that with you because I know a lot of you folks out there are concerned about this. So let's ask some questions here. You know, what would happen if my client didn't have proof that this fake review was actually legitimate? Well, a couple of things would happen. First of all, this person, this expert, whatever, would submit this grievance to Google. It could take weeks or months to resolve because Google doesn't have a lot of people tracking this stuff. So it could be sitting here as a negative point, something negative for my client for quite a long time until it got resolved. Something that would happen more quickly here was information would be submitted to a competitor, which could be used against him in the lawsuit. Like I say, fortunately, my clients got documentation of all the inquiries and all the reviews that's on their sites and stuff like that. So that's probably going to end up a moot point, or even probably not a good idea for the competition to utilize this information. So long story short, all this stuff can be very, very costly and very, very ugly, even if you do not intend to do something like that. So, so I guess the next question, the blunt question, are fake reviews bad? And putting it bluntly, yes, it's very bad. If you get caught, it becomes a real nightmare to undo all this stuff. As I mentioned before, just with a real review from one of my clients and what we had to go through to kind of counteract all that stuff. Imagine you got a fake review on there, either intentionally or unintentionally, and have to resolve all this. So, yeah, it can become a real big nightmare. In fact, this expert is a guy that kind of goes. He's literally gone through hundreds of businesses and has a list of these people that apparently had bad reviews or fake reviews on their sites, on their reputation. So, so why do businesses submit fake reviews? That's a good question. If it's bad, why do they submit it bad? Well, a lot of it's because a lot of companies, for obvious reasons, would have a bad reputation. So you want to cover that reputation up. So they, and also they want to enhance their online reputation at the same time. So they might have a 2-3 star reputation. If you throw a few good reviews and enough good reviews in there, you can kind of adjust the average up to being better than worse. Okay. Also, and this is something a lot of companies, even honest companies, get caught into. Many online reputation companies utilize fake reviews. Okay, so they can so they go out and farm for the bunch of people offshore, whatever, and to just submit reviews to a company that these folks had never visited. And this happened a lot. You would think that there'd be some Google cops out there or Yelp cops out there to police all this stuff, but there just simply are not enough. So a lot of these fake reviews get processed or get submitted and in turn processed and bumped up there and kind of enhance these people's reputations. Okay, and a lot of these companies, a lot of small business companies, stuff like that, they go to these companies not knowing any better. Okay, they just say, hey, you know what? I'm so busy. I know these online reviews are important, so I'm gonna hire company A to go do this for me. And company says, yeah, you know what? We'll get you hundreds of these reviews, positive reviews here for $100. I'm just being sarcastic or facetious with my number there. So, okay, here's $100. Go do it. All of a sudden, you got 200-300, positive reviews, and they got no idea. Now, the business doesn't know where they came from. The company that's providing the service knows where they came from, but not the business. So, quite often, these businesses are caught in all this, because it's just simple lack of knowledge. And I'm hoping this, the reason I do the Tech Talk is to show you folks out there the inside of all this stuff. So anyway, so, and like I say, these online reputation companies, they can get away with it because there's not a lot of policing of all this stuff. Okay. However, I'll tell you something here. it will likely backfire in the future. And yes, for these online reputation companies that utilize fake reviews, but also, unfortunately, the companies that are customers of these reputation companies. So anyway, so next question is, what can you do to avoid fake reviews? Well, first of all, you do not conduct business with online reputation management companies that practice this stuff. Okay, like I said, many small and medium-sized businesses use these services without knowing how they work, and you just throw money at it and think everything's be okay. But unfortunately, a lot of these companies out there use these fake review systems because it's fairly easy to do. You get on Fiverr or whatever, or whatever. There's a lot of people. It's pretty easy to set up. I don't do it. Okay. And so how do you know? Well, probably a good thing to do is ask detailed questions about how these companies acquire the reviews. Okay, there's a right way of doing this and there's a wrong way of doing this. Okay, but if you ask it bluntly, where do you get these reviews from? Oh, it's a secret. Well, probably not a good idea to use those companies. Okay, remember, it's your reputation on the line here, your company's reputation. So they need to give you in detail where these things are coming from. Are these legitimate people coming in? Is there a system where they're able to get your legitimate customers to submit reviews? That's a proper way of doing it. Okay, but if they're just grabbing people anonymously, whatever, or their farm team of reviewers out there to just flood your reputation with these positive reviews, that's not a good thing. And remind you, we got one reviewer on one of my clients that was legitimate. All of a sudden, we got a big mess. Imagine you got dozens and dozens of them. Boy, Google's going to have a heyday with you. And all the things you're doing with everything else, if you're doing SEO stuff or anything, Google's going to dock your company. Okay, so your competitor's going to have a huge edge over you because of all that. So not a good idea. Okay. So, and also another thing you should do too, be it yourself or the reputation company you're working, you should go through and respond to every review, regardless of if it's good or bad. Okay. Now, if you don't know how to find your online reviews, your online profiles, I have a free report on primecontent.net there where you can submit and find all your online profiles and then go directly to them and then deal with it. Okay. And you just really stay on top of them. That's probably a good fundamental thing to do. Just stay on top of all your reviews in your online reputation. It doesn't take a whole lot. Okay. Here's something else here too. If you're a small company, don't have a whole lot of things going on, you're talking about 5 minutes a day. All right. Now, if you're getting bigger and bigger, which is a good thing, that means you're making more money and all this stuff. You can hire people to deal with that. Okay, so now, last thing I want to emphasize is it's absolutely not necessary to use fake reviews. Okay, you could very easily generate a flood of real reviews, good positive reviews from your existing clients. Okay, this is doing so will give you basically a bulletproof vest against any competitors or so-called experts trying to burn your reputation online. Okay, so now if you want to learn more about that, I can make a whole other episode just dealing with that, and I'll probably do sometime soon here. So if you folks out there want to know more about this, let me know. Send an email, leave a comment, so on and so forth, and we'll talk about that in a future episode, or just call me. I'll talk to you directly about that. So anyway, in summary, your online reputation is becoming very important to manage. More and more important, to the point, if you're not doing something now, you darn well better think about it very soon. Okay, so I'm strongly suggesting if you need some help with this, by all means, give us a call, schedule a free consultation. Phone number 760-247-4814, or contact us at primeconstant.net. Same email to info@primeconstant.net, all that good stuff. Okay, so anyway, I'm going to go ahead and close this episode out because my throat is getting sore and I don't think I'm going to go much further here. So I hope you folks out there get some. I hope this information is going to be vital to you and worthwhile to you here. So And remember to pass the word, all the good stuff, and come back later, okay? I'm hoping that I'll be able to pass this. Oh, boy, here it comes again. I better get off the line here pretty soon. Okay, I'm going to close it out here because my throat is about ready to just kill me here. So anyway, that's going to be it for this episode. So thank you for watching and listening, and good luck and Godspeed to your online success.